Oh, well. Let's see. All right, just checking. We're live in all the platforms now. Yeah, everything is working. So last week, Facebook failed me. So for some reason, I couldn't post the video on Facebook because it I don't know what happened. But regardless of that, like every Tuesday, here to talk about something different about the job search and about the aspects of, and to help people that are looking for a job to maybe find the job faster, or maybe just have an easier way of finding it. So yeah. So today I want to talk about a little bit about an important thing in the job search, which is rejection. Um, okay, we're going to start this again. Shit, so hot. Okay, so I'm still trying to log into Facebook to go live on Facebook too. Facebook is crashing. I don't know what's happening, but regardless of that, I'm gonna do it here on Instagram. And today we're gonna talk about how to deal with rejection. I'm gonna include here on the live. I'm gonna pin to deal with rejection. Yeah, so I'm going to include here on the live the title. Yeah, and then pin it. Yeah, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. So like I said, today I'm going to talk about, so you're here again, Tuesday, 6 o'clock, like every week. It's super hot in Germany, super hot. As you can see, I'm like sweating here because I had to close the room for the sound. But yeah, we're going to talk about rejection today. Yeah, because it's a very important aspect of the job search. It's something that hinders a lot of people from looking for the jobs they want and to actually finding the jobs they want. So it's something very important to talk about because it's going to play a major role, especially on the interview part. You know, it will be a massive role in that part. So when you apply for jobs, what you need to keep in mind is that um, the majority, let's say 90%, I don't have the exact number, but let's say 90%, 95% of the jobs you apply, sometimes you won't even get an answer, you know, and most of the time, if you do get an answer, you will get rejected. But this is the first thing that you need to accept, that it will happen. Before you even start looking for a job, you need to put on your mind, you need to be mindful that that is just the normal process, you know. Companies are sometimes looking for people that have very specific profiles, and sometimes you don't have one of those profiles, you know, one of those characteristics that they are looking for. So it's important to understand that rejection is normal. Rejection is the most normal thing that you're going to have in your job search. And that's just what it is. There's no way of changing that. Because the same way if you have a company, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to hire a specific professional to do a specific thing, you will make maximum effort to find the right person. You know, and if you don't, and if with every rejection you think, oh, I'm not right for this job or for that job, then you need to understand that that's the judgment of the company and not yours. Yeah. So the first step is for you to recognize and accept that you're going to get more rejections than positive answers. And that's just how it is. And you learn with every rejection you get, you learn a tiny bit more, so you can you can hone your CV, you can have a better CV, you can have a better interview, whatever it is on this stage you got to. One other important thing is that I always say the same thing about the CV. You know, the CV needs to be it's such an important tool for you to be hired. Why? Because most of the CVs will be rejected without even getting to the hands of a person, of a human being. It will be judged by an algorithm or a software that will check for spelling mistakes, will check for certain keywords to see if you have the characteristics, if you have the skills needed for that specific job. So if you don't work on your CV, that's what's going to happen, is that you're going to get rejected even before it gets to anybody's hands. So you need to be really mindful of that and work on your CV well, so you can so you make sure that you're not going to be rejected by a software. Yeah. So, okay, we talk about like the scenario, how the scenario is, but also a solution for that. Well, I gave one tip for a solution, which is recognizing that you're going to be rejected most of the time, independently of how many skills you have, how good you are. That's just the normal, the normal state of the job search, right? So one of the solutions I like to talk about is, don't keep track of your applications. If you apply, and I know some people sometimes say to me, but how can I not keep track? I need to keep in contact with the company. No, absolutely not. What I advise people to do, what I advise my clients to do, is don't keep track of it. If you apply for 50 jobs, for 100 jobs, for 60 jobs, there's no way you can keep track of all of them. There's no way you can learn about all those companies. So focus on having a very good CV with the most important information of your profile based on the position you want to acquire in the industry you want to be in, you want to work for, and apply and forget about it. I say that because after you apply, it's their job to select your profile or not. It's not your job anymore. It's out of your hands. It's completely out of your hands. So just forget about it, apply, and leave it there. When you track everything, all it will do for you is to create a lot of anxiety for you, and you create very negative thoughts in your mind, and it won't help you at all with anything in the job search, right? So let's say you get rejected for that target position you wanted, for the position it's your dream to have that position. So usually you get rejected in the interview phase, because if you put a lot of effort and you know your skills and you know you match with that position, you So you did the job before, and you know that that position matches with you, and you got rejected. You get rejected usually in the interview phase. So if you get rejected on the interview phase, you have the contact of the person that interviewed you. If you have that contact and you get rejected in that phase, ask for feedback. Ask people for feedback. Always ask people for feedback and specific feedback. Why, the reasons, why not, like really specific feedback, because that's the opportunity you have to notice what did you do right, what did you do wrong. It worked for me my whole career, and it will certainly work for all of you. One of the other important things that people ignore when they're looking for jobs, they want to apply for jobs day and night, and just stop to eat because they have the anxiety that they need to get a job right now and they need to be working. And if they're not working, they feel guilty. So forget all about that. Forget all about that. Looking for a job is like any other job. You need breaks. You need breaks. You can't work 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day without taking a toll on you. So you need breaks. So if you're feeling anxious because you're getting rejected every day, first of all, getting rejected every day is really good. It's really good because it's a sign that you're doing your job, that you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? So if you're feeling anxious for that, if you're getting rejected and feeling anxious, take a break. Go do something you like. Go do something that makes you feel well. Go do something that makes you feel that you are accomplishing something. So you reset yourself, you reset your mind. And when you come back, so never say, I can't go out today because I'm looking for a job. No, it's nighttime. You should be with your friends. You should be hanging out. You should be relaxing. Same way as if you are working. Yeah. So take breaks. And the last tip of this video, the last tip I have for you guys is it's tactics. Right? So it's to alternate the way you apply for jobs. Don't simply apply for jobs every day the same way on the same platform. It gets boring, it gets tiring, and at the end of the day, you're not going to get any positive results out of that. Yeah, because it's really, really tiring. So one day you can send messages to people on LinkedIn. Another day you can attend a networking event. On the other day, you can simply take a break. Take one day that you take a break, or you can reach out to the contacts you already know to understand if they know someone that is needing someone. So alternate, do different things every day so you don't fall into that routine and get bored, and then you're not going to have good conversations or send good messages to your networking, right? So that's all I had for today in terms of rejection, in terms of feeling anxious because I'm not getting a job. There's no real 100% effective pill for this type of things. You will feel anxious because everyone that looking for a job feels anxious at some point. Yeah, but there are things that you can do to mitigate that, which are the tips that I just gave you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week at 6. Cheers.